is gonna fly! A 3-run home run! Kerry Carpenter!
They give it to Jameer. Big hole. There he goes down to the 20-yard line. Angling to the 15. Gone, baby! 5! End zone! Touchdown, Detroit Lions!
Cade to the basket. Hooks on the run. He hits it. Pistons are back up.
Pass over the line. Here's Kane on a change. He scores! He caught the Flyers changing. Patrick Kane with a shot inside the left goal post.
It's Williams in motion. Low snap. Melrose stopped. Michigan makes a stand and comes up with a milestone playoff victory.
Is the Sports Kid Podcast. Here's your host, the Sports Kid.
What is up?
What's up, Emery?
Just got back from baseball practice.
Yeah, I see that you're wearing
Dodgers.
a Dodgers hat, and I specifically intentionally changed out of my Dodgers hat because
No.
I thought it was a little bit of a conflict.
No conflict.
This is it is supposed to be Detroit sports and more.
More is Shohei Ohtani and the Dodgers.
Yep. So, yeah, you got our.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm the Sports Kid, and this is my dad, and we're here to bring you the latest on Detroit sports and more.
That is right. Episode 12. We are here, and I am repping the new Sports Kid Podcast T-shirt. It fits very nice.
Mine is underneath my jersey.
Yeah, we'll talk about that jersey in a minute. But, yeah, no real big updates other than we do have T-shirts. We have my mother watching, tuning in. Hello. We've got Mel from Tallahassee. Happy birthday yesterday. We do have one of these shirts coming your way down to Florida here shortly. And my mother has a shirt. Emery's got shirts. We got shirts going all around.
And hats.
And hats. Yep. I'm not wearing the hat yet, but we've got a special guest tonight. Right?
Yes.
And it's been a while. We were doing the math. And the last time we had a guest on was
Brett, and it's been 6 weeks since he's been on our podcast.
Yeah, the last time we had a guest was 6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Which is too long. We're going to try to have guests on more frequently moving forward. And we do have a special guest tonight with us.
Who is it? You'll never...
One of our favorite special guests that we've had on the podcast so far. He's in the top 2 for sure, if not the number 1. But he is going to be joining us. Other than that, again, we're live on all the streaming platforms. If you're listening there, we appreciate it. But yeah, we have a good show planned tonight. We've got some good stuff to talk about. You ready?
Yes. So we've got a great show for you today. We've got a special guest, Zach, and he has been on the show before. Actually, it was 8 weeks ago. It was on episode 4. And we will also be talking about the Pistons and their playoff run, what that will look like, and our our Pistons experience.
Oh yeah, we went to the Pistons game Friday.
Yeah.
I think we need to do a prediction time tonight too of what do you think, how far do you think the Pistons are going to go in the playoffs? But you think we should do that?
Yeah.
And potentially maybe an NBA champion. Are you ready to crown an NBA champion? Too
Why
early?
not? Why not?
All right.
I don't know. But first, recent scores and updates. So sadly, the Pistons lost to the Milwaukee Bucks on Friday and yesterday, but we're going to be mainly talking about the Friday game, which we were at, and they lost 119 to 125. Cade Cunningham had 36 points and 12 assists, and Jalen Duren had 11 points, 16 rebounds, and 5 assists as well. And then Friday, the Detroit Red Wings beat the Lightning 4-3 in overtime. Marco Kasper had 2 goals, and Patrick Kane had 1 goal. I know they are playing right now, actually.
Are they?
Yeah, I just
Should we
had,
turn it on? I don't know. I don't want it to like diminish our mood tonight.
yeah.
Yeah, we're not turning it on.
But when I was making this all, the game hadn't happened yet. And then the Tigers lost to the Twins 5-1 and now have a record of 9-6. And then something else,
9-6 is pretty good, by the way.
Dodgers are better. And then just something else, only happens like once a year. Rory McIlroy won the Masters and also completed a career grand slam.
Yeah, that was a big deal for him. We got to watch that yesterday.
I just wanted to say that.
Watched the ending of that, and pretty big deal for Rory.
Yeah.
Not the lion, not the Lions mascot, Rory.
No.
I saw somebody posted a picture of Rory yesterday. Wrong Rory. This is the golfer, not the lion.
Well, I say, without further ado, should we
We already got a DeBrincat goal alert coming in.
play us?
So we'll have to touch. Yeah, well, we will bring in some live updates from the Wings game. I mean, they're not out. I think, I don't know. I saw a stat. I think it was yesterday though. They had to win the rest of their games, and then I think it was the Canadians maybe had to lose the rest of theirs for them to make playoffs. But I don't think that's going to happen. We do have Joel Newsom in the chat. Let's go, boys. Hey, Joel.
11 people are watching.
Yeah, we got some good viewership going on.
But I say, should we welcome him now?
Do you want to welcome in our special guest?
Yep.
All right. Should we give him
A drum roll.
Do we do the drum roll?
Yeah, drum roll.
And then we're gonna do the drum roll, and then I'm gonna do the air. Should I do the megaphone voice, or do you want to announce him?
No.
You don't want to get the special voice? All right.
No.
We'll get the drum roll going, and I'm gonna switch to the megaphone.
None other than our friend, Zach Stadnika. Should we give him the air horn?
I'm muted.
There we go. Zach, how you doing?
Good. How are you guys?
Good.
Emery, good update, minus the Dodgers. Gloating.
Welcome back, by the way. I'm going to fix the video.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
There we go. Should we do that? Is that better? Whoa. Crash. We're crashing. All right, we're back. We're good.
That was almost bad. Almost.
That's better. I'll just slide in closer to you. All right, let's go.
What is going on? I don't want Chat GPT. Okay.
Go ahead. What do we got for him?
So, we've got some quick, little questions for you.
Hold on. Let's back up just a quick second. So one thing, Zach, after the first time you were on the show, we realized like we introduced you, but we didn't really get to know you. So this is the get to know the guest portion of the show, where we're going to ask some questions and get to know you a little bit more.
Are you
Perfect.
user 002?
In what?
No,
I'm Zach on this, but I'm players in the group chat in the YouTube. And I was letting you know about the DeBrincat goal, even though the Red Wings are statistically eliminated from the playoffs. So.
Are they officially out?
Yes. It's actually, I can't remember. I saw a stat that the original 6 teams, none of the U.S. teams are in the playoffs, unfortunately. So
I know yesterday I thought they had to win out, and then I thought it was the Canadians had to lose the rest of their games, but maybe that already happened.
Who said Paige Buchers goes number 1? Is that you?
I think, I don't know. I'm not in the YouTube chat, but
it could be Mr. Stadnika tuning in. Who is also, if
Paige
that's
did
you,
go number 1.
we would like to have more Stadnikas on the show. I invited Micah, but she wasn't interested. All right, so let's get to the meet the guest.
Yes.
Meet the guest.
So, I don't know. I should have rewritten these.
Just go ahead and ask.
So, what is your favorite? What is your favorite Detroit sports team, pro or college?
Oh man, it's got to be the Lions. I mean, in the past, it was probably when I was growing up, it was the Pistons probably and the Tigers. But I think right now it's the Lions, just because football.
I thought it was the Shock.
No, unfortunately, they got disbanded and sent to Texas, I think, for a little while. But no, not the Shock. But I will be excited when Jared Goff gets his new team.
Nice.
And then, who's your favorite player of all time?
All-time favorite player?
Don't bump the table.
Oof.
Is this Detroit player or any player?
I'm not like Emery. I don't like people outside of Detroit. So I would have to say it's got to be Cabrera. But I will say when Magglio Ordonez hit that walk-off home run to send him to the World Series, that's pretty awesome too. So he was one of my favorite for a long time growing up too. So.
And then, what is your favorite Detroit sports memory? So like anything like that's like you have like watched like on TV or like actually seen in person, like memory.
I think so. The only championship that any Detroit sports team has won, unfortunately, since I've been alive, Emery, is the Pistons. But there's a question on that coming later. So from you, because I can't come without questions. But I would have to say when I went to the World Series with my dad, that was probably my greatest sports memory. Watching them beat the Yankees the series before too was fun too. I got on the Jumbotron like a million times.
What year was that?
2006, I think.
Yeah, I went to a Tigers-Yankees game, I believe, about that year. CC Sabathia on the mound, Justin Verlander. But I don't know that it was playoffs. I feel like it was regular season.
I think I'm probably wrong, and my dad's going to correct me probably in the chat. But I think they played they played the Cardinals, I think, in the final, and they lost 4-1, I think. But we beat the A's and the Yankees, I think. But I can't remember off the top of my head. But
those were good years.
Yeah, very good years.
I happened for that game to be front row, right next to the Tigers dugout, home plate side. And I had my dad's big camera. This was before the cell phone cameras were really sweet. And I didn't know how to use it. So I took a lot of really good out of focus pictures. But
and then,
it was sweet.
What's the best event you've ever attended?
I gotta say, actually, I will say, World Series was awesome. The most fun I had at an event, Detroit sports event, was probably the Home Run Derby. It was just so much fun when we went. I can't remember the year. I think it was the year before, maybe 2005. They hosted it in Detroit. I think it was a couple years after Comerica Park opened. And those guys are crazy in the Home Run Derby, just bombing them out of Comerica. So that was really cool too. And then when the Super Bowl was here, we got to go to the NFL experience too. That was fun. So some good core memories from the past when I was little growing up.
And then what's your favorite sport to play?
Oof. I feel like growing up, we played hockey a lot, like roller hockey in the neighborhood. But probably baseball growing up was my favorite sport. So casually, we liked playing roller hockey. Like when competitively, probably baseball.
It's awesome. Do you still have a terrible towel?
No, I don't.
Did you get one that year?
The year that, because the Steelers won in Ford Field, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't know, but my grandma's a big Steelers fan, so she has like all kinds of Steelers memorabilia from when they were here. So
Yeah, that's funny. Those were some good years, and I think we're kind of getting back to them a bit.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's. Did you have any other questions?
No.
No. Zach had some
No.
questions for you, I think. Do you want to
All right,
fire them
Emery.
off now, Zach?
I got questions for you. I'm gonna go easiest to hardest.
You wanna
There's
slide over a
5
little?
possible points, 5 points, but there's 3 questions, and you can get bonus points. So let's see how many you can get.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, first one. We'll start off easy. When is the last time? These are all Knicks Pistons related. Okay.
Oh, I.
When is the last time the Detroit Pistons won the NBA Finals? You get one phone a friend too, and your friend has to be your dad.
I don't even know if I know.
Uh.
And then if you can answer who the MVP was, that would be great. And I'll give you a hint. Your sister wore the jersey of the MVP at the game you went to.
You have 2 sisters. You have 2 choices.
It was obviously Billups' son.
Yep. Chauncey Billups was the MVP.
I.
It's throwing it back to that same age of that jersey, probably. That jersey is equally as old.
Come on, throw a year out there. I'll give you a hint. It's
2002?
longer.
I don't know.
No.
2004.
Close.
But that's close. Okay, 2 more questions. Okay. Let's see.
Was that the easiest one?
That was supposed to be the easiest one. I think your dad will be able to help you with this next one. Maybe not the tricky part of the question, but can you name the all-time leading scorers for the Detroit Pistons and the New York Knicks?
Yep, phone a friend.
Your dad's got the Pistons one.
Did you see some of those jerseys hanging up?
Yeah.
Think through some of the names of the jerseys that
There was tons of them.
wasn't that many.
There's probably 10.
You can eliminate. There's process of elimination. So who do you not believe it to be?
I'll tell you when
Probably
the
not
Pistons
Ben Wallace.
player was. That's correct. It was when the Pistons won their back-to-back championships. The player was on that team. And the player also retired, I believe, in 1994.
That's a good comment.
He wore number 11.
I've talked about buying his jersey.
Isaiah Thomas.
Boom. Good job. All right.
There you go.
And then the all-time leading scorer for the New York Knicks, I think you'll know the name, Patrick Ewing.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Okay.
About the same time, right?
I think so, in the 90s, for sure. But okay, Emery, last one. This one's going to be a hard one. So, did you watch the NBA Finals last year?
No, but I know the Celtics won.
Okay. So, it was in the Western Conference Finals, one of the teams. So, the New York Knicks traded the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Knicks sent, in the offseason, DiVincenzo and Julius Randle to the Timberwolves. Do you know the player who they got in exchange for those 2 players? He's over 7 foot tall, if that helps. Just like every other player in the NBA. Karl Anthony Towns. I think you know that name too. And you'll get to know it over the next week.
Yeah. We'll get to know the Knicks over the next week.
I'll give you 2.5 on that one. I think you did. You passed. You passed.
So one thing to mention, You show Zach your new threads you got on?
Yeah. There.
It's a reversible Giannis jersey, is what I heard.
No. I did wear a Giannis jersey there.
So, do you want to tell them about our experience Friday?
uh,
Update our podcast listeners.
we did go to the Pistons game on Friday, and they played the Milwaukee Bucks, and it was my first Pistons game. Yeah, it was,
Mm-hmm.
and it was really cool. I mean, it was pretty fun. I don't think it was like as hype as like a Lions game is at all. Like at the Lions game, you're just yelling the entire time. Like there's no like breaths really. You're just yelling. This was like loud music was playing, and it was a lot different than I thought it would have been, but still very fun though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a lot of bumping music the whole time.
Yeah.
Zach, are you getting feedback on your end? We're getting echoing a little bit.
Am I? Can you hear me? Am I echoing still?
You're fine, but we're hearing our voice through yours.
Yeah.
Maybe No, I don't have you open anywhere.
Go to the settings on your.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have it open on something else?
No. Maybe.
Go to the settings in the StreamYard, and there's an echo reduction. See if that helps.
Background noise. Yeah. How about now? Any better?
Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, that's way
Yeah.
better.
Perfect.
Sweet. Yeah, so we had a good time Friday at the Pistons game.
Yeah.
Definitely different experience than what we're used to.
Well, I didn't know what it was gonna be like.
Yeah, it's been. I haven't been to a Pistons game since the Palace. So when did that? When did they stop playing at the Palace? Zach, do you know?
2015? Let me look. Oh, I might even be wrong on that. It might be like 2012.
Real quick, we've got a couple listeners tuning in here. We had T. Shafe on.
Dropped a comment earlier, JD Vance.
Yeah, we'll pull that up in a minute. We have Miss Megan tuning in. Appreciate you guys. What'd you come up with, Zach?
No. That's not right.
The one thing we noticed as we were driving home from Detroit was how far of a drive it is. It was much better when they were playing at the Palace and we could drive home the 20-minute drive.
Are they putting a new building up there?
Yeah, it's a whole new building. So yeah, it's been 2020. No, it's been Mel says 2017. That kind of sounds.
I think that's when they blew it up. When was the last Pistons game? There's no way. Was that really?
What are you seeing?
The final NBA game at the Palace was played on April 10th, 2017. That doesn't seem right. It seems like longer than that, but maybe I'm.
COVID adds like 2 or 3 years to our lives at least.
That's right.
But I mean, you're still talking 8 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That's about right.
Emery, did you know there hasn't been a Pistons playoff game at LCA? I don't think there's been a Red Wings game either. Unfortunately.
That's actually very true. I believe so. They haven't been in the playoffs in how long? It's been about the same since 2016.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Larkin made the playoffs his first year with the Red Wings, and he's been on the team 10 years, but he didn't play. He was like still a young guy then. So
yeah. Yeah, it's been a drought in that stadium, but no longer.
Wait, 20. 15. Was Datsuk still on the team?
I think he was. That's a question for your dad, probably. I'm not
No,
as much of a hockey knower.
I'm pretty sure.
'Cause
I'm bad with
when
all
did
that
we go
stuff,
to the
though.
game?
That was 2016. Was that 15 or 16 was the game that you went to at the Joe?
Yeah, and he retired 2015.
Okay.
Yeah, because I know he retired the year before we went.
So Zach knows this. I'm going to ask you a question to see if you know.
Yeah. Oh.
Back to the NBA. Back to the Pistons versus the Bucks. Do you know Giannis's wingspan?
Oh, just I don't even. It's insane. I know that much.
Zach, do you remember?
I think it's like 7'10" or something crazy.
So he was noticeably large watching him play that game.
It was insane. He went to dunk, and it was like
He's Stretch Armstrong.
Yeah.
I mean, his arms are ridiculously long.
Yeah.
Have you seen Space Jam, Emery? When
Yes.
Michael Jordan's arms start stretching out, that's what it looked like.
Yeah.
He could dang near touch the rim from the circle. Like he'd take one step and it's just his arm was infinity. Just
Yeah, it was insane.
He's a good player.
Giannis is 6'10". I don't see a wingspan on here.
Can't find Giannis's wingspan.
No, he's 6'11".
He's tall, but not. I mean, his arms are definitely
A-N-T something.
Let's look. 7'3" wingspan,
including 10-inch hands.
Yeah.
His hands are 10 inches.
That's from the bottom of here to the middle finger.
Yeah.
Tip of the middle finger. 10 inches.
I think mine are like 5.
So he's
twice as much as
6'11"
you
with
got,
a
right?
7'3" wingspan. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
4 inches longer than his height. My mom says I would
But only
love to stand next to
240
him.
pounds.
Yeah, my mom is under 5 foot tall, so you'd probably come up to his waist.
What about Victor Wembanyama? 7'5".
Well, who's the other guy on the Bucks that was 7'?
Brook Lopez.
Oh, Lopez.
He's
Yeah,
beefier though.
He's just he's big and beefy.
Yeah,
So, Emery, what did you think of your first Pistons game?
It was fun. I mean, if they won, it would have been a lot cooler, but yeah. And then afterwards, after the game, we were able to go and shoot free throws on the court.
Heard about this.
And we were literally in line for almost 45 minutes.
Hold on, we need a story time. What was our story time thing?
I don't know.
Was it the air horn or megaphone? Yeah. All right, we got to start from the top. I got to introduce story time with Emery.
No, wait, we've never done it with the megaphone. We just always said story time with Emery.
Hold on, we're going to do this.
It's story time with Emery.
So after the Pistons game, we were able to shoot free throws on the court, and we thought that there wasn't really going to be that many people there. No, we were completely wrong. There was an insane amount of people there. It was insane. And we waited in line for probably 45 minutes just to get on the court. And then, we all really thought that this was not a good idea, staying in the line, and thought if we all missed, that it wasn't going to be that good. We get up there, we're watching these people, and all these people are like missing and stuff. So our hopes kind of got lowered. And then, so my dad went first, and my dad missed.
Hold on a second. It was a very good try, though.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a miss. It was a good miss.
Yeah. And then, I just went up there and swished it in. Looked like it was easy. Just and then, I talked about it the entire rest of the time that we were in the LCA and the entire rest of the time we were in the car. Talked about it all night. And,
The whole way out of the stadium, you should have seen this kid puffing his chest, strutting his stuff. He was pumped. I don't blame him.
Did you shoot it like Rick Barry? Under the legs? Through the middle of the legs? Flip it up?
No.
Or did you shoot it like this?
I tried it like that.
Okay, good.
He made it look very easy. He made it look too easy. I'm trying to see here.
My dad's trying to get the photos on there, and the photos don't make it look the best, but like I had to jump up because
I'm gonna see if I can share this. I'll see.
To get the ball, like to completely launch it in, I had to jump pretty high up there.
All right, here we go. This is Emery standing at the line.
Everyone else was like coming and like just like throwing it, and they were all missing. I took my time and like spun the ball around a little and was dribbling.
He looked like he knew what he was doing. The Cade jersey helped. Yeah. Everybody's watching. You can see the stadium is packed. This is his shot in action, in motion. Looks a little sloppy.
It's just like Cade.
Looks a little sloppy. He put everything in. That is Cade. This is after it went in, and he was shocked.
I did not think I was gonna make it.
Everybody was shocked. The crowd went wild. Boom, and then this is where he just, from this moment on, the rest of the night, he was just so pumped. I wish I would have videoed it.
Yeah, he only got photos, but
I kind of expected him to miss, and so I was just taking photos. Had I known that he was going to make it, that was fun. Good job, Emery.
They're probably thinking, who is this kid wearing a Cade jersey and Yeezys?
Yeah, it was fun. Good job. Zach, have you ever made a basket on the court?
I don't think so. Not on the Pistons court, no.
See? You've done something. It was a pep talk. We were in line for almost an hour or more.
Yeah.
It was a pep talk. I'm like, listen, it's going to be fun. This is a once in a lifetime thing, probably. And sure enough. Was it worth it?
Yeah.
Would you do it again?
Would I wait in line again? No.
Are you going to end on top?
Would he swish it again?
Probably not.
Yeah. Ellie missed. Emma missed.
My mom was almost closer than my dad.
Yeah, she gave it a nice try.
I want to see if this
Most of the people there, actually everybody missed. We did not see anybody else make it. So
I wonder if this is gonna.
It was pretty awesome. So.
But I wonder if it was gonna tell me how many people were at the game. But
it was about half the stadium.
Like 20,000.
Yeah, there was a lot of empty seats, but. So what else do you got? Do you have any other trivia for Zach?
No.
If you do a Tigers update, you could fill us in on what's going on there. You might want to look. Take a peek at that Brewers-Tigers score.
Yeah, we're going to pull it up. I just put up the Red Wings. They are winning when it doesn't matter.
Oh, 4-0.
Yeah, Detroit Tigers. What are they doing?
9-6 is really good. The Dodgers are 11-6.
Wait, how's yours showing 4-0? Mine's 3-0.
I got inside information.
Emery's stats come in quicker than Google.
The pitcher for the Brewers just got smoked with a line drive.
Tyler Alexander.
Yeah, there's a doctor out there looking at him.
Ooh.
He's also getting rocked. 4 runs in 2 innings is not good.
Yeah, I think that was a medical call. It's time to pull him.
Giving the guy in the bullpen more time to warm up.
Should we? Yeah, a little delay. Should we get into?
Holy cow! Tampa Bay, they're beating the Red Sox 14-1 in the 3rd inning.
In the 3rd?
They got a hold of the Yankees bats.
What, the torpedo?
How many
ones?
runs in the 3rd? To go back to that.
9.
9 runs in the 3rd inning. That's crazy.
I mean, this 2nd inning's looking to. Well, I guess they scored 2 in the 1st, 2 in the 2nd.
Oh, there we go. There's the +1.
Isn't Tariq Skubal not doing that good?
He lost the first game against the Dodgers, but I mean, it was the Dodgers and the first game of the year. But then, who were they playing out west? Seattle? That game he got robbed. That was not his fault. That was an error that didn't count as an error. And it is what it is. But then he bounced back, so he's 1-2. His ERA will be fine.
Before we switch gears totally, I think going back to the NBA, are you ready to do a prediction time? Emery's thirsty.
Need some water first.
Apparently, his coach wouldn't let him take a drink of water during practice.
Stop.
He needs a drink of water before he picks Steph Curry to beat the Grizzlies in the first round.
Yeah, he's gonna pick who's the favorite team to win, and that's who Emery's gonna pick.
Who's got the MVP on this team?
Yeah, whose team is the most stacked team? Are you gonna pick the Lakers?
No, no, I'm not picking. I'm not picking any team with LeBron.
The Cavaliers?
No. No.
Really?
Nope. I'm picking the OKC Thunder.
Are you?
Picking SGA.
I like them too, but that is the best team.
They've won 82, pretty much 83% of their games. That's crazy. So we got to do prediction time.
Hey,
we're going to do round by round, game by game, or series by series.
How did JD Vance drop the Ohio State trophy?
Do we want to go back to that?
Yeah, yes.
All right, so we did have breaking news come through.
Is it? Oh.
Wait,
literally breaking news.
Yeah, literally breaking news.
Show it.
This had to have been one of the Stadnikas threw this in.
It definitely.
Again, throwing it in.
Earlier today, JD Vance drops a piece of Ohio State's college football playoff championship trophy during White House visit after it splits in his hands. Is Vance secretly a Michigan fan?
So
I feel like that's a Pastor Corey comment. The secretly a Michigan fan, I feel like, makes it Pastor Corey.
It could be Pastor Corey.
I could be wrong.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But so Emery just pulled it up. VP JD Vance fumbles.
Okay. So it says Vice President JD Vance ended the Ohio State football team's visit to the White House on Monday by fumbling the team's national championship trophy. After speeches by President Donald Trump, Buckeye coach Ryan Day, and Vance on the South Lawn, the vice president and Ohio State graduate tried to hoist the trophy. He didn't count on the trophy's golden top being designed to separate from its black base. After some struggling, the vice president lost his grip on the two pieces, and Ohio State running back Travion Henderson, standing behind Vance, grabbed the football-shaped top of the trophy, but the base fell to the ground, forcing Vance to grasp around as it rolled a short distance. Some of the players around the vice president winced. The United States Marine Corps Band, which performs at presidential events, had to complete with audible gasps from the players and crowd as it as it played We Are the Champions. Henderson and Day helped Vance reassemble the trophy, and the vice president later held just the top, cradling it in his arms, while the players around him chuckled. As pictures and videos of Vance's fumble rocketed across the internet, the vice president tried to explain away the something with something. I didn't want anyone after Ohio State to get the trophy, so I decided to break it. Trump.
That's good.
He's from Ohio. He should know.
Yeah,
he should know better. He didn't watch
I
the
was
Buckeyes.
going to try to pull up the video, but CNN's version of it. CNN's all over it, ABC News. That's funny, though. I mean, hey, he's not a... Whatever. We could watch the video, but we can't really stream it. Let's see here. We're going to watch it live. Zach, you're unfortunately going to have to watch it on your own. Let's see here.
And everyone else.
All right, there. Okay, what's he doing? He lifts it up from the base. Whoa, yep. Mm-hmm. The base fell off. This thing looks like a cheap trophy anyway.
They downgraded it after Michigan won theirs.
Well, like the top...
Once they expanded it, budget cuts happened.
The gold part, like, slips into the base. It's kind of...
Mm-hmm.
They're just asking for that thing to fall apart.
How come Trump didn't do this when Michigan won?
Michigan's team probably, like, denied... Well, it was Biden.
Oh, yeah. Well, anyways...
So yeah, we don't. Do we care about Ohio State? Should we talk about them anymore?
No, that's...
They got the Timu Trophy here, and
that's just
we can talk about how Ryan Day got extended, so the Michigan Wolverines should win for 5 more years.
That's awesome. So all right, should we get into prediction time? Yeah, we got to pull up.
What? Why do we?
I've got the bracket. If you want me to fire him away, Emery.
Yeah, let's pull it up on our side too. NBA playoff bracket. Let's see here. Who's got a good one?
On the NBA website, it makes the most sense, that one, to me. I looked at a couple.
No, yeah, I cannot read that one.
You can't read this?
No.
Why?
Extended 10 teams is wild. And the fact that the 7 plays the 8 and the 9 plays the 10 in the first round is weird.
Oh, they just let everybody in the play?
Yeah, I guess so. And the Pistons still weren't able to get in until this year.
Can you click a different one? I have no idea what I'm even looking at.
These are the play-in tournaments. So 9 and 10 moves on, and then the 7 and 8 moves on. The winner of that, the winner of that plays the number 1. Hold on, what is the loser?
Can you click one that looks like a football one?
The loser's out.
Hold on, no, the loser, the 7 and 8 loser plays the winner of 9 and 10,
right?
And then that team gets to play. I'm gonna try to share this for those at home watching.
Are you on the NBA website?
The most confusing thing I've ever looked at.
Let me try
I'll explain it to you, Emery. It makes sense.
Yeah, hold on here. So that's good.
So the 2s play the 2s, and the 6s play the 6s, and the 3s play the 3s. There
we go.
Wait, where are the Pistons at?
They're over in the middle. On the right.
Pistons are right here.
Oh.
Okay, so
with the Timberwolves?
Let's talk through this again.
No.
The SoFi play-in tournament. No, they play the
3 plays the 6. Okay, I see.
So 9 and 10 play. The winner moves on to here. 7 and 8 play. The winner moves on over here to the 7th seed. The loser gets another chance, plays the winner of these 2 teams, and then that winner of those moves up to play the number 1.
So they just want more games for more money?
Exactly. And then, so that's the same on that side, and then the Pistons are here against the Knicks. So let's hold on. Let's get the official prediction time. In a second. Let's find it here. We'll do the drum roll.
time.
Okay.
All right, Emery. Zach, you can feel free to drive. Who do you want to start with?
All right, Emery, let's start in the Western Conference because no one watches those games because they're out west. Kings, Mavericks. Who do you got? Because the one team's going home for real. They're actually done. One game, that's all they play.
Oh, it's just a one game. Nice.
Wait.
One game elimination.
Who's
9
on the
goes
Kings?
on. Couldn't tell you. I know Klay Thompson's on the Mavericks and Anthony Davis.
All I need to hear. Mavericks.
Kyrie Irving tore his something, though. He's out for the rest of the season. But you're taking the Mavericks. Okay. Warriors, Grizzlies. Who you got?
Ja.
Ja will move on as the Ja Morant
Or
or
Curry.
and Draymond and Mooney.
They're all on the Grizzlies?
The Warriors.
Or-
Mooney, Green, and Curry are all on the Warriors.
And then
But I
Ja.
think Steph got hurt in the last game of the season playing the Clippers.
okay,
He's
that
gonna
could-
play, but I don't.
All I need to hear. Okay.
Okay, so you're picking the Grizzlies to be the 7th seed and go play the Rockets?
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess.
So who do you think's gonna win, Warriors or Mavericks then? To go play the
Warriors.
Oklahoma City Thunder, the team that you already proclaimed to be the champions.
Warriors.
Doesn't matter because you're picking the Thunder, but you got to
Yeah.
pick one.
Probably the Warriors.
The Warriors, okay. Give Steph a game to rest, and then beat up on the Mavericks. I like that. And then go play the Thunder. Okay, how about on the Eastern Conference side? Who you got? This versus the Bulls versus the Heat. The Bulls traded away Zach LaVine, I believe. I don't know where he's at, but I know he's no longer on the Bulls. They've got a bunch of rookies and nobodies. But the Heat have some people, but they traded away Jimmy Butler to the Warriors, who is also, let me rephrase that. Jimmy Butler's the one that got hurt on the Warriors, not Steph Curry.
Oh.
But
That changes everything.
Yeah.
That changes everything.
Okay. So now
Fake news.
Golden State is beating the Grizzlies.
And they're playing the Rockets.
Yeah. And then Memphis.
Grizzlies, Mavericks. Who's winning?
Yeah. The Grizzlies. Okay. Then we'll go back to the Bulls game. The Heat, I guess.
Yeah, I got to pick the Heat culture.
All
So we'll
right.
go Heat. And then who you got? Magic or the Hawks?
Reese
Trae Young?
to the Hawks.
Really? Okay, so the Hawks move on as the 7th seed to play the Celtics.
Who did the what team is that? The Magic?
The Orlando Magic.
I've
They
not
got
seen
half
that
the
logo.
Michigan Wolverines. They got half.
Is
the
this a
Michigan
new
Wolverines.
logo?
I don't think so. Maybe the stars on it, but I think that's always been there.
I don't remember that logo
Well,
from back
who do they have?
in the 90s.
They have both the Wagner brothers from University of Michigan that made the Final Four. Come on.
Emery bases his picks on his memory recall of players.
Yep. No.
So
Okay. Yoink.
Do you know Paolo Banchero?
Mm,
Heat,
No, I'm-
Heat or Magic? Who you got?
Heat or Magic? Magic. I guess I don't
So you
know.
got the Magic. Magic going to play as the 8th seed. Good deal.
Yeah.
two Florida teams facing off. And this is a one game deal here, probably too, right?
That's a 1-game deal as well.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's move on. Nobody really cares about those games. Where are we going? Do we go to number 1 verse 8 or 2 verse 7?
The 2 versus 7.
So Rockets or Warriors?
Warriors. Who do the Rockets have?
Oof. I know they have the guy that was Let me look up this Rockets roster.
I should be looking this up too.
They are number 2 team, so they got to be decent.
They have Fred VanVleet.
And something Thompson, right?
Jalen Green. He's the one that got drafted right after Cade. They have Steven Adams, who used to be on the Thunder, the really tall guy.
Amon Thompson. Yeah, this guy.
They also have Amon Thompson. Jeff Green. Dylan Brooks. You probably remember him from the finals a couple of years ago.
No.
So Rockets or Warriors? Who you got?
Rockets or Rockets.
Okay. And then who will face the Rockets? Either the Lakers or the Timberwolves. Who do you got?
Lakers or the Timberwolves.
Anthony Edwards or Luka and LeBron?
The Lakers. That combo is just too good.
Okay. And then Nuggets, who just fired their coach, and the LA Clippers in the insane new stadium that they just built.
I've never seen these logos either.
The Nuggets, that's Jokic, right?
Yep. Jokic. Aaron Gordon.
Yeah, the Nuggets.
Okay. That's a good pick. I like that. They're without their coach. Did you know their coach got fired? He's not playing. He's not in the playoffs. Coaching the playoffs. And I think the Clippers coach is Doc Rivers.
Oh. I feel like I've heard of him.
Still going with the Nuggies?
Yeah.
The Denver Nuggies? Okay. And then Thunder versus Grizzlies. I think this is an easy one. You can fire that one away.
Yoink. SGA.
SGA.
All right.
Okay. You want to jump over to the Eastern Conference?
Yeah.
Celtics versus Hawks.
Celtics.
Pistons Knicks. This is the big one. Here we go. Drum roll.
Pistons.
Should we drum roll it?
You think
Pistons. He's just firing it away. I like
Pistons
it.
are going to round
I
2?
read a thing on Fox Sports which says that the Knicks are the worst team going into the playoffs. That they've not been good. And
I think that the record head-to-head this season is either 2-1 or 3-1 versus the Pistons. They've only beat the Pistons once this year. And I know for a fact the Pistons have beat them twice because I watched 2 of them. So
all right, we need a
they match up well.
Prediction from Zach here.
Oh, man. They haven't faced off in the playoffs, I think, since like 92. And even the Stephen A. Smith, the ESPN, biggest Knicks fan in the world, is picking the Pistons to win. So I got to go Detroit Pistons. But unfortunately, they're running into the buzzsaw in the second round with the Boston Celtics. So,
But let's talk for a second how big that would be
if they won.
If they win and move on. Because I'm predicting there's going to be empty seats in some of these games.
I think maybe game 4 if they're down 3-0. But I can tell you right now, if there's a game 6 at LCA, that place is going to be packed.
You think the first?
It's going to be loud.
So how do they do it? Do they do 2-2?
So
2-1.
Saturday they'll play in New York. So Saturday, I think the tip-off's at like 6. Maybe it's 3. They're the 3:00 game, but it's on ESPN. And then they should play again on Monday. And then they'll get 2 days to travel, I think. So unfortunately, game 3 at LCA will be the first night of the NFL draft, is what I think is going to happen. Unfortunately.
What are you watching? Pistons playoffs or the
No one
NFL
will be at that. But I will say, if the Pistons can win one in New York and win one at home, that would force a game 6. And I think game 6 at LCA would be insane. Because I think the
game
Pistons
3 is going to be sold out?
I think game 3 will be the one, because if you're going to go to a game, that's the one where they still have hope, even if they lose 2 games in New York.
True.
But Cade has played so well in New York this year. He had a triple-double, I think, early in the season against them. So I think the last Piston to have a triple-double in the Garden, I think they played at Madison Square Garden, I think. Or is that wherever the Knicks play? It's the first Piston to have a triple-double in their arena since Isaiah, your all-time leading point scorer for the Pistons. Wow. So I think they can beat the Knicks. I think the reigning champions, Boston Celtics, that's trouble.
Yeah, didn't they played the Mavericks, right? The Celtics in the finals.
The Celtics played who did they play? I think the Timberwolves, right? No, they played the Mavericks. You're right. Celtics played the Mavericks. It was only like a 4 or 5 game series. It was almost a sweep.
Yeah. Almost like the Dodgers and the Yankees. But
all right, so all the top sports predictors in this podcast right now are predicting the Pistons to move on.
Even the non this podcast, I think, are picking the Pistons.
I think
that's
it'd be
the most
sweet.
likely upset.
If they win, you will see people getting hyped for Detroit basketball again.
Emery's K jersey that he just got will be like gold. They'll be sold out everywhere.
Yeah, he did have. I had a little bit of buyer's remorse afterwards, but it's a very nice jersey. It's a lot better than the Pistons jerseys that I have. So it was a good purchase.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Pacers or Giannis?
Is Damian Lillard hurt for the Bucks? I think he didn't play, right? Against the Pistons.
Yeah, he did not play against the Pistons.
I think he might be out. Pacers are good too.
It was knee. Wasn't it his knee?
Maybe.
Or something like that. I don't know. I say this like I watch basketball. I just like read the articles on it.
We are going to be watching. We're on the bandwagon now. We're watching playoffs for sure, at least Pistons.
Yeah.
So who you got? Pacers, Bucks. I mean, you
Bucks.
watched Giannis. Bucks. Wow, that's a good pick. I like it. I would love that because I think the Pistons, if they ever had to play the Pacers, they would get swept. But
wait, who did the Pacers have?
The Pacers, they have who's the new guy who played well last year? Pacers. Tyrese Halliburton's the big name, but they also have Miles Turner, Pascal Siakam, who won an NBA Finals with the Raptors. Well, he was in Toronto with Kawhi. Who else do they have? Obi Toppin, the three-point shooter. TJ McConnell.
Yeah, those are all big names.
Mm-hmm.
I recognize those names.
Yeah, Tyrese Halliburton was the big one last year.
Yeah, his rookie card was a big one when everybody was chasing him. Remember? Big money.
Oh, yeah.
I would take Kate over Tyrese Halliburton every day. I think everyone's going to realize that when they beat the Knicks.
I would love a Cade rookie. But anyways.
All right, let's go
next
to
game.
Cavs versus who'd you have? The loser of those?
He had
or the
Magic, the Orlando Magic, the Shaquille O'Neal Orlando Magic.
Against the Cavaliers.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess let's start from the Eastern Conference then. Cavaliers versus Bucks. Who you got?
Wait, Giannis or what is it? Donovan Mitchell, right?
Mm-hmm. Good job.
They're both really good. Gotta say the Cavaliers, but I'd want Giannis to win more.
I agree. I think it's going to be the Cavs in the Eastern Conference Finals. Then who you got? Pistons or Celtics?
Celtics.
Oh, I thought you were going to do it. I'm going to go with the Celtics too, but it'll be maybe the Pistons can win one game. That'd be cool. To get a game 6 at home would even be cool, even if they lose. But okay, so Thunder versus Nuggies. Who you got?
Oh, Thunder.
Thunder.
Okay.
Thunder.
And then you've got your
SGA
favorite.
gonna get MVP?
He's favored right now. I think he should.
But isn't Jokic close?
Yeah, I mean, Jokic.
Doesn't he always get it?
I mean, he's always the best player. I mean, he's a triple-double machine. He's getting 20 points, 20 rebounds in games. I think he had a 20-20-10 night the other day.
Hasn't he averaged a triple-double this season?
He might have, honestly.
Who's that?
Nikola Jokic.
The Joker.
I'm pretty sure he has like 33 triple-doubles.
If my dad could pick an MVP, he'd pick Jokic every year. Even if he only played like 10 games.
Steals per game.
We just pulled up some
Hey,
stats.
three-point percentage is Seth Curry, not even Steph.
Is Seth Curry. Have you heard of him, Zach?
That's his brother. He's been all over the league. Knicks. He's been everywhere.
Is he actually
Knicks.
his brother?
Yeah, he's his younger brother.
Because we were making fun of him.
They're like Timo Curry.
We pulled his card a couple weeks ago, and I was like, "Who is this? The Timu Steph Curry? You got Seth Curry?
Is he good?
Do you know his dad? He's a good 3-point shooter. He's not Steph, but he's okay. He's a good rotational player.
He's top in percentage this year.
Yeah.
On how many attempts though? 120.
That's not what matters.
Nikola Jokic. How do you say his name?
Nikola Jokic.
Nikola Jokic.
Jokic. He's number 1 in fantasy points.
64?
Yeah.
There's SGA. He's number 3. Kate is up there, number 4.
Kate's going to be top 5 in MVP voting.
Yeah, that's sweet.
3-pointers made, Anthony Edwards, 320.
Who's number 2?
Malik Beasley, 119. Oh,
Malik Threesley. That's Micah's favorite player.
really?
Mm-hmm.
Who's number 17 on their team?
On who? The Pistons?
Yeah.
Goodness.
Who is he with the
Oh, that's Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah. Me and my dad, when we were at the game, we were calling him 5'0".
Yeah, he's been all over the league.
His shoulders are as wide as his height.
I like Tim
He's got-
Hardaway Jr. as
he's
well.
got
He
some
was a Michigan
shoulders.
Wolverine.
He's 6'1".
Who's Paul Reed? 6'9"?
Yeah, he's tall. He doesn't play that much. I like Lindsey Waters too. That was
Jalen
Cade's
Duren's
roommate in
6.
college.
Who's that?
Lindsey Waters. We got him in a trade from the Warriors.
Whose roommate?
Or Lindy Waters. He was Cade's roommate in college.
Nice.
Um,
All right, where are we at? We're getting ADD'd here.
So he picked the Thunder over the Nuggets, and then you got Lakers versus Rockets. Who you got? Your favorite team, the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Houston Rockets.
no, my least favorite LA team. Versus, I don't know.
Every LA team should be your least favorite team.
Besides the Dodgers.
Goodness.
Why do you not like Shohei?
We'll get there with you, Emery. We'll get there with you.
Lakers.
Once they win like 5, you'll... Lakers, really? Okay. Lakers? Okay, so Lakers, Thunder.
I
in the
just
Western
think
Conference.
that like
Luka?
Luka just rebounds it and then just chucks it to LeBron and he just dunks. Like it's
Mhm.
too easy. Lakers or the Thunder.
Who you got to represent the Western Conference in the NBA Finals?
Your Oklahoma City Thunder.
Perfect. I like it. And then on the Eastern Conference side, you have the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Boston Celtics, the reigning champions. Who do you got?
Celtics.
Celtics.
Number 2
Celtics.
over 1.
Thunder in the NBA Finals. We need a drum roll for
Yeah,
Emery's
we do.
big grand last pick.
All right. Hold on. We got to do this officially. We're going to do the drum roll, and then we're going to do the prediction time.
You got to tell us, Emery, you got to tell us how many games it's going to go to and who the winner's going to be. It's a 7-game series. They got to win 4.
Here we go.
This is the Sports Kid official prediction time for the NBA Championship 2025. You are going to give us total number of games won and the team after the drum roll. Let's go.
Prediction time.
There is going to be 6 games with the Oklahoma City Thunder coming out on top.
Wow. Thunder fan over here. I like it. For the first time, we're agreeing, Emery.
He
All
thinks
right. That's
he thinks
official.
I'm a LeBron fan. He thinks I'm a Mahomes fan. He thinks I'm an Ohio State fan.
You're an
I know
SGA fan.
You would never be an Ohio State fan. You're not that silly. But
No.
all the other ones you are.
So we did have something come in the chat here.
Emery, while your dad's getting that question, you can pick who's going to win the Tigers game. It's the middle of the 4th, and they're up 8-0. Who you think's going to win?
Tigers.
All right, I like it. Good pick.
All right, so before we jump in, we did have an update from the Lowry family, close family friends here. This says, still our family's favorite sports podcast. Top notch sound effects.
She's not wrong.
No, she's not wrong. Thank you for tuning in. All right, so here is Zach. Who are you predicting to win?
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm going to agree with Emery. I think the Thunder, they were 1 or 2 seed last year in the West. Everyone loved them. They lacked experience. They got whooped last year, I think in the Western Conference semis, or it might have even been the round before that. But I think they ran into the Lakers. But they're going to have the experience they need to win this year. They got the MVP on their team. They got a deep roster. Chet Holmgren. They're going to be good this year. They're going to take care of business.
All right. Well, that takes the fun right out of the friendly competition then. Of who was going to be right. So
But if I
come through. Go ahead.
If I had to take a sleeper pick, I really loved Anthony Edwards. If he gets hot like he did last year, the Timberwolves could go on a run. They could go on a run. So I think that Lakers Timberwolves game or series, the first round, if that goes to 7, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, so the comment that came through was there should be some sort of sports kid merch on the line if Zach wins. And then what should Zach give up if Emery wins? But I think we just need to give Zach an honorary t-shirt probably. For being what should we call him? He's like our in-house basketball expert. And
I don't know about basketball.
Sports, football expert?
No, I don't know. You might have him beat in football.
Mm.
Maybe. We'll have to talk draft here pretty soon.
Yeah, when is the draft?
Thursday. Next
Thursday.
Yeah, so next week we got to talk draft.
Yeah.
You're looking tired.
I was just thinking about it.
His baseball coach was hard on him today. Made him run laps. Wouldn't let him drink water.
But please, like,
he did do pretty good. He was hitting some dingers. I saw it.
You're the coach.
I think we can
That's right.
we can get maybe a Cade rookie card on the line if the Pistons win the first round.
Do you think the Pistons are going to win first round?
I think so. You think they can win, Emery?
Yeah.
I can wager a Cade rookie card if you'd like. If they'll win, I'll get you a Cade rookie card. I'll find one for you.
That'd be sweet.
Say no more.
You'll have to heckle him to go get it autographed, but
Is he going to be at the Sports Spectacular? We are going to this show called the Detroit Sports Spectacular, which literally has like
Everybody you could ever.
is that up in Flint?
no. This one is. I'm gonna pull this over here. No, this one is at the Novi Expo Center, I believe.
Can I name them all?
Just no. I mean, it's literally all the greats. You got Calvin Johnson,
Miguel Cabrera, Barry
J.J.
Sanders,
McCarthy, Barry Sanders, Hutch,
Dennis
St.
Rodman,
Brown, Galarraga. Yeah, the Worm.
Jameer Gibbs, Michael Penix, Blake Corum, Alan Trammell, Kenneth Walker. This
The list goes on and on. There's a lot of big name guys there. Dante Culpepper, Ricky Williams,
Billy Sims.
But I don't know if I saw Cade there. Bill Lambier, pretty close. Dennis Rodman, Mark Aguirre, Rick Mahorn.
Blake Corum.
Oh,
Mikey Sanders.
an interesting one for you, Emery. My boss at work, he has a Armando Galarraga ticket from the Blown Perfect game. You know about that, right? He had a perfect game, and Jim Joyce missed the call at first base. That was actually an out.
Yeah.
He's got a ticket signed from that game of Armando Galarraga, and Armando Galarraga signed it. He's trying to get Jim Joyce, the umpire, to sign. But he's having trouble tracking him down. He said he's been waiting to figure out how he can make that happen.
That'd be cool.
That'd be really sweet.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think we are going to this event. They might be adding more current Piston players, but
When is it?
my target is Sperry and Cabrera. So May 30th through June 1st. It's called
Why
the
not JJ McCarthy?
Hopefully,
Detroit Sports Spectacular.
hopefully none of the Pistons will be there because they'll be playing in the NBA Finals.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. I will not do JJ McCarthy because he is
Why?
He's a Viking now. He's enemy number one.
he's too expensive. What do they want for him?
He's enemy number one, Emery.
They want $200.
$200. That's actually cheaper than that when he was signing before. I think it was like $225.
That was one knee scope ago when he was still playing football.
So
Who knows
Armando,
if he plays?
you can get Armando's for $59, ticket stubs $79, and then you can get the almost perfect deluxe VIP package. It includes Galarraga's 58 Tigers jersey, autograph on the jersey with almost perfect, and 28 up, 28 down, and the date. It's kind of sweet. It's expensive though.
$400.
Yeah, $400.
Hey,
It's
or
only
we could get-
28 out, perfect game.
We could get Michael Penix Jr.'s on her.
You can get a picture with JJ for $200.
Why would you want that? He's a Viking.
Here's the problem: you can for inscriptions, you can get 23 national champs, go blue, or 15-0 only. That's it, and you can't have him sign. What's that say? No full name or smiley face. Why is it? I don't know. He's sold out. I don't like it. JJ's a sellout.
What about Mikey Sanders still? Mr. Glass.
He beat us in the playoffs, Emery. He's also enemy number one.
Yeah, you can get his for $70.
He's on the Commanders.
A picture for $70.
What? Yeah. You don't like Jaden Daniels? No, I'm just kidding.
Emery, this is just you liking the best player on every team.
Wait, but I will say this.
You
Besides
probably
the
liked
Lions,
C.J. Stroud last year too.
no, because he's Ohio State. But I will say, besides the Lions, my other favorite team, Ravens.
You and Micah are on the same page. She loves
Lamar.
Lamar.
Emery's
Micah
a
likes
big
the
fan of
mobile
Lamar.
quarterback.
Yeah.
I thought you said
Every
that.
quarterback that went to Oklahoma, Micah likes.
Didn't you
Baker.
Doesn't she like every Heisman winner?
Yep, that too.
So Mama mentioned Denny McClain in the chat. He's going
Kerry
to be at
Carpenter
the...
just hit a home run too, by the way. Solo shot, center field, 400 feet.
Jeez. Denny McClain's going to be at this event signing autographs for free.
Why?
Pretty cool. Because
he-
he's a cool dude.
Is he like good or?
Yeah, he's a 68 MVP.
Never heard of this guy.
Denny McClain?
Nope. Never heard of her.
All right. Anything else? Or is it time to call that a wrap?
Yeah, I think it is.
I got one question for you, Emery, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Are the Lions going to select? What position are the Lions going to get in the draft next week? You got to give us a little hint.
Number 1.
And the number 28th pick overall, the Detroit Lions select what position?
You know, you've been talking about it for weeks.
I know. Defensive lineman or edge or something. I bet. Or linebacker.
Probably. But there's been a bunch of rumors that they're going to go offensive line because of Zeitler leaving. So we'll see. I'm excited to see what they do. I could see Brad trading back into the second round and not actually picking in the first round, but we'll see.
I was what was I? Oh, I was looking at the draft from last year. The Lions could have got Cooper DeJean.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, after watching it, I was like,
Was he first round?
No.
No, he was second round. So
They could have got Mitchell too.
Said they picked Terrion.
Terrion's good. I think we need to give
He's got a lot of
Terrion.
potential.
I would have rather had Mikey Sanders still.
No. Mikey Sanders, you got to remember one thing you got to think about. What did the Lions need? What did you just tell me they're going to get?
Defensive lineman or linebacker or something.
I think they need an edge rusher. All right.
They need a defensive line. And that's why they were not good last year, the corners and the safeties, because they had to guard for so long. But
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see what they do.
We'll see. I think next week we got to do some draft update stuff.
Yeah, you better look at those mock drafts, Emery.
I've seen like every single one.
He's been studying them for weeks.
Yeah, everything's saying.
Aren't they saying
edge,
like
but
Mike Green or something?
Mike Green? I've seen.
Like Marshall?
Who's the one that? Brooke is his last name, from Alabama, the offensive guard.
Really early people were saying Jack Sawyer. But
No, he's gonna fall to like the second round. I
Really?
wouldn't mind Kenneth Grant from Michigan to go with Hutch. That wouldn't be bad.
yeah.
Let's see.
Number 1 overall pick.
So I don't think Cam Ward is 1-1 material. But the Tennessee Titans are building a new stadium that's going to be done not this year, but next year. And they need to sell hope. That's all they can do. And they need a number 1 pick quarterback, and that's Cam Ward this year. So that's what they're going to do. Unless they trade it. It's Cam Ward as of right now.
Yeah, I mean,
Who do you think's going number 1?
there's been a lot of different ones. Like, there was, like, it's been, like, a toss-up between, like, Shedeur Sanders, Cam Ward, and then Abdul Carter. They've been all, like, mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, probably Cam Ward, I'd say. I think he's a more dominant quarterback than Shedeur Sanders is, I'd say.
I agree.
Like, he played for a better team. Definitely a better team. But then, I mean, people are also saying, like, what positions Travis Hunter are going to play and stuff.
True. Everyone's saying wide receiver, but I don't know. I think let him play both.
Yeah.
I think if he goes to Cleveland, he'll play none because he'll be hurt all the time because it's Cleveland. But that's the defense I would want to play.
Didn't they just sign Joe Flacco?
Yeah.
They re-signed Flacco?
Yeah. I did see that. Like, I think Flacco's good. Like, I mean, he's not the best. I will never say he's the best. But, like, if for Cleveland, like, they are desperate for, like, some quarterback. And, yeah, I mean, I think he's good.
He's 40 years old.
Okay.
He'll throw 30 touchdowns, but he'll also throw 30 interceptions. So that's the only problem.
Did you see Joe Burrow got a Batmobile?
I did see that.
Joe Flacco, 40 years old. That's the best that the Browns can get. So,
but he's not bad though. How?
No, he's not bad. It's just
Brady was 45 and he retired.
Yeah, but you're talking about like the best of all time compared to not the best of all time.
It's him or Deshaun Watson. You pick.
Yeah. Who knows?
No one likes Deshaun Watson.
The Lions brought what's his name out of retirement?
Oh, Bridgewater.
Yeah.
I think they should have kept playing him in that playoff game, but you know.
You're funny, Emery.
He goes and retires, wins a state high school football championship. Mm-hmm. He's sitting on his couch and gets a call from Martha
Dan
Ford.
Campbell.
Dan Campbell. Hey, what you doing, bud? I'm sitting here playing Madden.
You want to make $200,000?
Can you come back just for the playoffs for us? Low risk, high reward. We won't really need you.
We're just gonna give you $200,000 to get people excited, and then you'll probably just sit on the bench. But like, we'll get to put on our jersey and pads again.
This is just in case we got a good chance.
Yeah, we should smoke these guys.
Get you a ring. Yeah, didn't work out.
I'll never forget that moment. Never.
You will when they win this year.
If what if they just
Goodness.
They would have won if they had Hutch though. Think about it. Hutch is insane. Hutch would have gotten defensive MVP. Would have gotten the most sacks.
Probably.
Then he just had to break his leg.
We should next
It's his
week.
fault.
We're gonna do drafts. Draft update. Maybe we'll do a little live video through when the draft is going on, and then I think Monday we should do some predictions on. I think it's a little early for Lions season predictions, but we can throw some.
I don't think
ideas
this. I know their opponents are out, but I don't know if the schedule's out yet. I don't think it is. Like what weeks they're gonna play.
Yeah, I can't remember.
You should look up the videos of
back.
Hutch running. Yeah, he's been running at the facility. He's been training.
Yeah, he's coming back. He'll be back.
He'll be back.
How good will he be? I guess we'll see.
Better.
Better. He's got bionic legs, steel plates.
We'll see.
All
You
right.
look like
Yeah.
you're about ready to fall asleep, Emery.
Yeah, Emery's trying to fall asleep over here.
Nope.
He's at home.
I'm just
He needs the neck
tired.
pillow.
He had baseball. Did you have CrossFit today?
No.
No CrossFit.
The girls had to go somewhere.
Scooble just gave up the no-hitter in the 5th inning.
Oh, really? Dang. Yeah,
His
let's
shoes
do one
untied. We're gonna let him.
final update. Detroit Red Wings. All right, Red Wings.
The Red Wings blow it. They're actually so bad. It's insane.
They are so bad. I almost don't even want to talk about them anymore.
Yeah, we've talked about it like a couple weeks ago. It's like in the first period they're winning by like a goal or more, and then second period they lose, like then they're tied or whatever. Then third period they just give up every single, like it's
Yeah, breaking news: Detroit Red Wings score.
2-3 or 3-2. They're losing.
Yeah, Dallas Stars up on the Wings 3-2. So that game's over.
They blew it.
But your
I was
Detroit
saying
Tigers.
Yeah, but let's do a Detroit Tigers.
bottom of the fifth, 9-0.
Yeah.
One hit for Scooble.
Who's gonna win?
Tigers are
I don't know. I'm Utah.
Justin Henry Malloy. What?
Yeah, who's getting player of the game?
Tigers are
Isn't
looking good.
Scooble or not Scooble? No. Spencer Torkelson, isn't he good this year?
He is. He's playing much better.
Yeah.
Much better. I think he has
Batting
half as many
300.
home runs as he had all last year already.
He's batting 300, 309.
Where's Baez on that list?
He's playing. He's got 2 hits, I think.
Yeah.
2 runs, 1 hit.
I
He's
don't
hitting
know.
290 on the season.
Oof.
Ibanez. Oh,
Oh,
my.
that's a Banez. Hold on, I hit the wrong one. Where's there we go.
Emery,
All right.
do you notice
Zero.
something about this lineup for tonight? There's no Riley Green, and they're still whooping him.
Riley Green's overrated.
What? What? Okay,
He
we're
is?
done.
Why is he overrated?
I don't. Everybody just hypes him up. I don't think.
The sports kid with a hot take. Right.
To end the
I think-
show.
Carpenter was better last year.
Carpenter can't hit lefties.
Yeah. Carpenter's doing good this year. Better. 250.
We actually almost got his autograph. That's a story for different.
That's a different story.
He's a pretty
We will
cool
get
guy.
his autograph this year. We're going to go see him.
Yeah.
All right. Should we end it there? Hot take from Emery. Riley
Yeah.
Green's overrated.
An hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah, we're at an hour 30.
And there's been a steady 6-7 people.
I think Zach and his family are 5 of those. And then,
So there's no one else.
well, we'll have to have you back on. We need the senior on if he's interested.
No, I think he'll be interested.
And we'll have to figure that out. Can he sit with you probably? Or we can always add multiple guests too. We could do
Yeah,
that.
I'm sure it'll work.
All right, we'll figure that out. But yeah, thanks for coming on. What size t-shirt do you wear?
Yeah,
You large?
large.
All right. We might have an extra.
Large guy.
We might have a large. So, you ready, Em?
Yeah. I don't like where's my hat?
Do you want to thank Zach for tell him thank you?
Thank you for coming on our show.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Every week
Zach.
at church, you're always like, when am I going to be on your podcast again? And then you always say you probably don't want me to have me on anymore because I always say you're a Chiefs fan.
I mean, I only speak the truth.
That's right. All right, Zach, we're gonna say goodbye here. Stay in the green room, and we'll touch
For sure.
base after the show.
See you guys later.
Thanks for being on.
Bye.
Yeah.
All right, let's switch it over here to our normal background. Boom. All right. Pretty good show. I think you're a little tired this week.
No, I'm not tired. I just want food. I'm hungry.
Emery's tired. He needs some fuel. Should have ate beforehand. All right. Mama Stadney got tuning in. All right. Yeah, we got the by Zach from Mel. Yeah, have a panel of guests would be cool. We can add more people. We can add multiple guests.
Yeah.
So next week's the draft. Get excited. Big news, breaking news next week. And yeah, time to close her out.
Yeah.
You ready to go? Should we hit the button? Make sure to follow, like, subscribe on all the different avenues and outlets. YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon, iHeartRadio. Yeah, we appreciate you guys tuning in. Have a blessed week. We will invite our pastor.
Thanks for tuning in to the Sports Kid Podcast. It's been a great show. See ya.